So today I'm going to talk about the killer TikToker and what made him end up being a murderer, especially when he had almost 1 million fans. So stay tuned and we will get into this. First up, I do want to thank Truthfinder. So if you are wondering about someone and you just want to make sure, do a background check and make sure that they are who they say they are, well, that's where Truthfinder comes in, and they are great at having those background checks and just so that you can have that peace of mind. So feel free to check them out in the description. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the killer TikToker. So,
there once.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Gotta plug this in real quick. Okay. Oh. Okay. Make sure everything's working. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. We still got everything going on. Sorry about that. Okay. So, this TikToker almost had 1 million fans on TikTok, and he ended up, well, his name is Ali Albona. According to the prosecution, he ended up putting a listening device on his daughter's iPad when she was just 5 years old. And he did this because he assumed that his wife at the time was actually cheating on him. And so he put this listening device on, and he ended up overhearing that his wife was talking to another man. And he ended up, while he was hearing this, and just like filled with rage. I mean, of course, if you hear that your wife is talking to someone else, yeah, you might feel a little, upset over that. So he ended up, while he is just spewing over this and just, in his mind being like, I can't believe that she would do that. We've been together for quite some time now, and then all of a sudden, she's gonna talk to this other man. Like, that is so not cool. Do everything to provide for them. And so he is having this all go through his mind. And so he thinks, you know what? I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her. Actually, I'm gonna kill them both. I'm gonna kill them both. How dare they do this to me when I provide so much for them? And he ends up first of all, Ali ends up picking up his daughter from school, and he is just like furious. He picks up his daughter, and his daughter even notices that there's a gun in the car, and she even says, "Dad, what's that for?" And he says, "To take care of some business." So he ends up picks up his daughter, and he can still hear on the iPad with his headphones in that they're still talking and they are still there. So he ends up going to their house and tells his daughter to wait in the car. He has to grab something before they go. And he tells his daughter, "You know what, we're gonna go and go on a little vacation and have some fun." And while he is like, "Yeah, we're gonna go on vacation and have such a good time," with that, though, he ends up going to this house, takes his gun inside the house, shoots his wife, and then shoots the guy. And then he ends up booking a hotel. And he ends up trying to go to the hotel. So he ended up shooting Anna, Albana, and Rayburn Barron. And the neighbors ended up hearing that a gunshot went off. So obviously they're concerned. And they go ahead and decide that, you know what, we're going to call cops because this doesn't sound right. And so then the cops end up showing up. And right off the bat, you know, they notice that both of the two people are now dead. And now Ally, the husband, is missing. So he ended up at this hotel with his daughter. Why am I talking? Because it's a podcast. So he ended up with his daughter inside of the hotel. And the first shot when police ended up there was his wife in the head before he shot Brandon 3 times. And after he did that, he ended up calling his mom, and he told his mom what he did. And his mom called police as well and told police that he was at a hotel they were able to apprehend him at the hotel. And then he was booked into jail. And of course, now that there's a protective order against Ally from seeing his daughter, and he's denied without bail. And his daughter, when she went back to school, told her friends that his dad hurt mommy. So he actually claimed that he was not guilty in a not guilty plea of 2 counts of murder, as well as allegations of numerous killings in special circumstances. So, which to me kind of seems very odd if you're gonna say you're not guilty, but okay. And obviously you did do it. So, on TikTok, Ally was popular. He had 940,000 subscribers. And he would do all these comedy skits and stuff, and most of the time they were from horror films like Scarface. Was one of the big ones that he did, but then he did a lot from horror films as well. Scarface isn't. But yeah, he would do a lot from Scarface and then some from like horror films. So he, during his whole court hearing, he just remained silent with a blank look on his face. So, I mean, thankfully his, mom called police, and the neighbors did too. But man, this is one of those classic cases too that if someone came to you and was like, I think I'm gonna hurt myself or others, that you could, implement that, the red flag law. I think it's good for circumstances like this. But anyway, thank you guys for listening to this one. I hope that you enjoyed this a little bit. Always subscribe and like for sure. Okay, so I'm going to do another one here. Okay. This is kind of interesting. So we've got a man who claims that he was abducted by aliens. This is on Twitter as well. And a man that claims to be abducted by aliens. So in November of 1975, there was a group of lodgers in the National Forest of Arizona. So they claim they encountered a life-changing event. While driving home from work, they saw bright lights from the sky that turned into a large metallic disc shaped hovering above the ground. One of the lodgers, Travis, got out of his truck and he approached the object, but was struck by this beam of light. And then his friends say that he disappeared after that. For the next 5 days, Mom was missing. So there was widespread concern for this and a lot of media attention. Eventually he was found wandering the forest. He was disoriented his story ends up gaining national attention and sparks this intense debate and controversy. Some believe he had his account to be like genuine with the extraterrestrial life. Others suggested, you know what, this is totally a hoax or a hallucination. Despite the skepticism, Wallen had maintained his story for 4 decades. Four decades. And then he passed multiple lie detector tests. And his story has remained consistent over the years. His accounts include vivid descriptions of inside the UFO and the appearance of the beings who abducted him, which he describes are humanoid appearances, but with larger eyes and like bigger heads. So, the Travis Walton UFO incident has become one of the most well-known cases, and alleged alien abductions has been the subject of books, movies, and documentary series. Like in 1993, there was a movie called Fire in the Sky that was released based on Walton's story. Despite the attention his story has received, Walton has remained relatively like a private person. He hasn't really sought out like fame or fortune or anything, but he has spoken at a few like UFO events. So it has definitely remained a subject of like debate and speculation, with some suggestions that were genuine encounter with extraterrestrial life. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. You're amazing. So if this was a hoax, though, it would have to mean that Travis and his 6 colleagues made up the whole thing. Like, all 6 of them would have to make up that he was, abducted, which kind of seems odd. So if it was like staged, it's possible that Travis and his colleagues like created up a mock-up of this flying saucer and staged it in the forest, complete with like fake lights and sounds, I guess. So there's another theory that maybe Travis disappeared intentionally, and that is possible. He could have disappeared on his own, or with like the help of colleagues, and then reappeared a few days later to make it seem like he was abducted. So there are actually other theories that maybe it was a hallucination, but that would have to mean that all 6 people had hallucinated that. I mean, hallucinations can come in stress and exhaustion, or environmental factors such as like cold or heat, lack of sleep, or hydration. That technically could have done that as well. Mental health illnesses, but it's kind of weird that all 6 people would have the same accounts over and over and over again. Okay, let's see. I'll do one more before I have to go. This one is kind of crazy. So, two teenagers come up to this 65-year-old man and tell him to get in the trunk of his own take his car. And then, so not only are they, 63-year-old, not only are they taking him, put him in his own trunk, kidnapped him, took his car, and then all of a sudden, while he's at the back of the trunk, he feels this boom and knows that they ran into something. When they ran into this something, the trunk ends up popping open and he's able to get out. He did have his hands bound like this with some rope. But turns out whoever stole his car ran into a house. He gets out of it saying that he has been kidnapped and that is his car, but he has been kidnapped. And that he had been assaulted by numerous people. He was bound and placed inside of his own trunk. So an 18-year-old guy who actually fit the description was apprehended by police, but officers in Seattle ended up questioning him and then released him and realizing that that is not the right person. So, and the car ended up actually catching on fire after slamming into a house. Now these two victims have not been found, but I just thought that this was kind of a little crazy story.